welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I'm using the Battle of Hoth here in Star Wars Battlefront to kind of talk about or to illustrate something I've been thinking about for a while. And also I'm hoping my thumbnail that I use for this video kind of ties the whole thing together as well. But let me go back a bit. Jim Sterling is a big YouTuber, and he did, after his visit to E3, he noticed that there really does seem to be a strong focus of the video game market on violence nowadays. And I mean, that's always been around for sure, but he really summed it up well. He said that he kind of felt that what you're seeing in the sizzle reel for all the upcoming video games could also be mistaken as an ad for the National Riflemen's Association. And I kind of get where he's coming from on that. I mean, don't get me wrong, as you can see here, I love shooting down my stormtroopers and, you know, fighting the good fight for the rebellion, but I also get where Jim Sterling is coming from, and just a lot of people that talk about video games in general. There does seem to be this strong focus or zeroing in on guns and shooting and fighting and violence to do the majority of what video games are all about. And that seems to be more of a recent thing lately. I mean, it's always been around since the days of Doom, or heck, I think you could even go back as far as Pong, or not so much Pong, but Tank and Combat on the Atari 2600. If anything, Pong was actually an example of video games don't have to be violent. You can play a game against your opponent and not have to actually be killing him. Now, why are we doing this with a Battlefront kind of motif? And again, you can kind of see, well, I'm shooting these stormtroopers, and now I'm in this big turret, and I'm shooting more, and I think you can almost make out Darth Vader running around there somewhere. Anyway, well, I wanted to use snow, and as per my thumbnail, Snowball fights, weirdly, as kind of a counterexample. Years ago, there was a talk about video game violence, and I believe it was Geoff Keighley. Oh, darn, they got me. Geoff Keighley, back when he was talking on Spike TV, he was mentioning that the pundits of that time, about 10 years ago, like Jack Thompson, the lawyer that was calling video games a murder simulator, those guys don't really grasp what the whole genre is about. I mean, how is this any different from shooting squirt guns, or, as he said, a snowball fight? And I just thought, yeah, exactly. We feel no problem of a bunch of kids getting snowballs together and fighting against each other out in the streets. And when I'm playing Battlefront, that's kind of how I feel when I'm shooting the opposite team. I'm not out there murdering stormtroopers or anything like that. I'm having fun with a bunch of guys throwing snowballs, just very high-tech, highly advanced ones. And I kind of hope that that's what the video game culture is, and that people don't think it's all about violence and killing. And I'm not really sure how to really end this video, but I just thought I'd pass that out there for people watching my channel. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Is there more of a correlation with video games and snowball fights? And oh, here comes Darth Vader.
Watch out for Imperial!
Oh dear. Well, I guess that just ended the conversation for me because I got killed. Anyway, what do you think? Violence in video games or just snowball fights? Let me know. And we'll see you down the rabbit hole.